Black Compass Media. Salute to everybody tuning in, everybody in the building. We back again. Chrome 23, man. We back. Chrome 23 is coming up. Before I get to that, let me get Tone. My guy Tone in the building. Tone, what's up?
Yep, Black Compass Media, man. Tone checking in, man. Salute to everybody out there listening and all that, man. Y'all see where I'm at, man. Shout out to Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Shout out to the bridge to be exact. This time of night, man. Stuff is looking real good. Make sure y'all follow us at Black Compass Media at Black Compass BCM on Twitter. Hit us up on the Spotify. We available. You know what I'm saying? All the content is there, all the work is there. So make sure y'all in tune with what we got going on. And like you said, Polo in the lead in Chrome 23, right?
Yeah, man.
Talk of the
Face
town.
Off just dropped, man. Talk of the town. This is going to be a Face Off. Look like a movie, man. Movie. That's movie shit. Netflix type shit.
The sisters on their best behavior, using complete sentences and stuff. And shout out to Remy. All jokes aside, shout out to Remy for putting this together, really putting on for the culture and things like that. Chrome 23. You know what I'm saying? And one of the MCs that's on there, one of the ladies that's been putting on, is hands down one of the best rookies, but one of the best newcomers that I've seen, I think. And when it comes to battle rap in general, right? Let's talk about some all-time rookies when they was in college doing their thing, right? Remember Briz back in the day in the South going crazy. Remember seeing like early Loso, early B-Dot, yo, they immediately impressed you as soon as they got in the scene. And the person I think we got right here has been that type of breath of fresh air. I haven't felt this way about a woman battler since Official. That's a huge accolade.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one.
So, without further ado, we got the Christian sister herself. You know what I'm saying? Representing Brooklyn, of course. New to the platforms and things like that, man. Shout out to her. You see her on URL. You seen her on, Queen of the Ring. Shout out to all the leagues that she's been a part of. Without further ado, we have Pristavia. What's going on?
Hi guys, how are you?
Doing all right.
What's up?
Doing all right. And let's start this off properly. We always start the same way. How is Pristavia doing? We give you the ISO real quick.
Pristavia is well, a little under the weather because my toddler is a little under the weather. But I'm okay, but we're okay. Thank God.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. It's a whole lot to get into. There's a lot of things going on. Polo,
yeah.
Kick us off.
I'm trying to figure this out because you're very soft spoken, man. When do you activate it to like the Pristavia, like the Biggie? You got like kind of like this Biggie flow.
It turns like this. It turns like this.
On a switch, it's the dichotomy. It's throwing me off, But let's just start here because it's. I think we've interviewed all the horsemen, right? And their entrance into battle rap is very unique. I like to hear about the various stories, and we know you have the Christian hip hop background. I want to know how Pristavia is listening to some of this devil's music. How does she get integrated with this hip hop thing? And
hip hop is devil's music. Listen, I think that that was the rhetoric of the old church folk, old mothers that used to say that crazy stuff. But if God is going to use you, listen, he takes the foolish things to confound the wise. So if God is going to work through anybody, he can and will work through anybody, including Christian hip hop artists, as we see. Some people may never come to Christ except that's what they relate to, that's what they resonate to. So the Bible says become all things to all people. So I don't look at it as that devil's music. I look at that's superstitious old folk rhetoric. So that's my point of view.
I can dig it. I like that. See, I like that. I like how you did. Did you grow up in Brooklyn? Let's start there. You see where I'm at. I'm right by the bridge.
Yeah, that's the new Dumbo too, man.
Hey, I was born in Brooklyn, born and raised in Brooklyn. Right around junior high school, I lived in the Bronx. So I went to junior high school. And high school, I did live in the Bronx for some time, but I grew up in Bed-Stuy, Macon, between Howard and Saratoga, and I lived in Coney Island projects, crazy times, in the 90s. So, but yeah, so I'm Brooklyn born, Brooklyn bred. Yeah. Got that Brooklyn pride, you know?
Right. No,
yeah.
I don't know why we do that. Like every time before we're about to fight, that's the first thing we say. Like that's the most intimidating thing you can say.
I'm from Brooklyn, son. I'm from Brooklyn, son.
I don't know what that means.
You know what that means?
Places be like, yo, why are you
telling me this? I do know what it means. I don't know if Brooklyn don't have the same reputation as it had when I was growing up there. Well, that's it's kind of a good thing, but nonetheless, yeah.
Right on.
Brooklyn is definitely. I'm from Brooklyn too. I'm from Best-Eye also. Brooklyn definitely is a lot of coffee shops now. I will say that.
Poodles,
coffee shops.
Right. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, I was. What was it, like 2 summers ago? I visited a place. I was doing some like community outreach thing, and I visited a block that I grew up on. When I say gunshots was a normal thing after a dice game, they know each other, they shoot at each other. It was normal. Crack house right next door. 2 summers ago, I visited it. There was a white woman coming out of there. This old crack spot is obviously it's not the same anymore with her poodle. I said, "Oh my God!"
Not with a poodle.
With the miniature poodle. I said, "Oh my!" I had like a culture that was like, in some way, like although I grew up there when it was crazy, like you just feel kind of you have that nostalgia. You kind of feel robbed, although it was like plagued with crime. You still I don't know why they're still like, dang, I feel robbed. Like y'all in my hood, my community. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Cool, of course, but you just still kind of feel robbed of your nostalgia. But yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
You always kind of want to go up to him and be like, you know, a crackhead used to be here, right?
Yeah,
like just to let them know, like, you know,
this was a trap house, man.
But so you grow up in Brooklyn, right? And I assume most of your upbringing was serious, like heavily into the church and things like that. Were you musically inclined before you sort of made it over to the battle rap thing? Were you already kind of doing the music?
Yeah, I always was. I mean, I didn't like grow up in church from like birth. I got saved around, I don't know, like 12 years old. Of course, you go through meandering in life and you stray away and then you come back, of course. But so yeah, I like in my young adolescence is when I got saved. But yeah, music has always just been in my blood. Like my father was an amazing saxophone player. Before he passed away, he was in a phenomenal saxophone player. My uncle, I have a line full of musicians. So songwriting was my first love, and that's all I really was just as a kid, just passion. I never wanted to be like out in the open. I always wanted to be behind the scenes writing. I always was like a writer, always. And so that's why it took me kind of long to kind of get out there. I was like, I don't want to be out there. I just want to write. So, but yeah. So I do have musical background. Yeah.
Okay. So we have musical background and stuff like that, and so you start doing the music. Did you start off rapping, or like how does the shell break? I guess is where I'm going. How do you break the shell to where it's like now I'm outside?
Cola, salute. What's up, Cola? Part of self, yeah.
Hello.
Let's get it.
What's up?
How are you?
Good? Oh, I'm good. Keep the wisdom going. I hear you saxophone.
Yeah. So how do you crack the shell, so to speak? Like how did you go from being a shy kid in the background to being in front barking on niggas? How did this happen?
Well, I've been rapping for a very long time, since I was 8, and my sister and my cousin, they had it was just the two of them. They had like their little group, and I heard them like rapping. As a kid, you think you're really good, and you're not really, right? But my father, after he passed away, it was like one of the impetuses that kind of got me into rapping, because my sister and I wrote a song about, in dedication to my father. So that was like one of like the first songs I wrote, besides some little freestyle, and you know what I mean? And then so I've been rapping since I was 8, and of course it just develops over time, just a student of hip hop and stuff like that. So, but I've been rapping for a very long time.
Okay.
Now, as a we could jump back and forth or whatever. Now, as a woman of the church battle rapper, are you like worried going into the Yoshi battle? You know what I mean? And she, Yoshi's a pretty raunchy kind of style battle rapper. You little?
Not at all. That's fine. That's fine by me. I mean, of course, that's expected. That's her niche. So I'm expecting her to stick to her niche, but there's no judgment there for me. That's fine. That's her thing.
Okay.
Because your matchup with Yoshi is very, very, that's already in the history books, because that is the matchup that led to what Swave 7 refers to as the next chapter of battle rap, which is Midnight Madness. It was that battle that led to that. Let's go through that, because I think people have to really understand how this thing came about. It was Pristavia Yoshi. People fuck with Yoshi. We thought she impressed a lot of us with that Tory Doe win, and to follow that up again with the bright lights in front of her with caution. Then it starts to become an argument. Did that initially, how did you feel initially when that was kind of talked about? Like, what was your temperature on that battle when people kind of first brought that to your doorstep?
Yeah, so I was already like, when everybody at one point was right before the turn of the new year was saying like what was their hit list. I had already put her on my desired to battle list because I was like, people are gonna it's gonna be an interesting conversation. I had no idea what I would say, but I was like, I think this will be an interesting conversation. So I think the people would like to see that. But yeah, those were her two greatest wins, and I mean, she did very, very. She did really good in those battles. So yeah, she did good. I mean, but yeah, I do good too, so it's fine.
Yeah, what is it like being a part of this? Like, Remy Ma, the rollout for this, it was on TMZ. You know what I mean? She replaced Wendy Williams for the Wendy Williams week, and she's promoting it there.
That's a big deal.
It's just being promoted everywhere. Is that making you more amped for it?
Yeah, it's a big deal. Like I text Remy, I'm like, when I saw the TMZ, because I was like, oh my God, Remy, you said so much kind things about me. I'm like, that's so sweet of you to say that. Listen, Remy's so real and she's so down to earth, and just allowing me to be a part of this whole Chrome 23, because I think initially, obviously, with her coming out with this new female battle rap league, everybody wants to see the original girls, the first girls. I'm new, so I had no ill thought about not being picked, even though I did well in 2021. I didn't expect to be included into her first card. I definitely didn't expect it. So how it even came about, besides the fact that she saw the momentum, the way she saw that was, what she explained to me was, she was coming out of a ball game, and literally some stranger stopped her, and as she's getting into her car, and say, Remy, you got to put my daughter on your card. And she said, okay, well, who's your daughter? And he said, Pristavia. And she said, okay, I'll think about it. She said he just kind of like walks off. And that's the story she told me. She said, yeah, your father. I'm like, wait, my father passed away when he was 8 years old. To this day, I don't know who this individual is. I have no idea who this person said, so, but God works in mysterious ways. So that planted the seed. Then she must have saw like the build around mine and Yoshi battle, and reached out to Sue Surf. Was like, wanted to pick up the battle. But I'm like, I wasn't expecting to be a part of it at all. So the fact that she took the time from some stranger, she listened to him, and she went home and looked up who's Pristavia. That's a big deal. So I'm grateful.
Right. Damn, that's crazy.
That's
crazy. That's really crazy.
That is.
That's crazy. I mean, it's a watershed moment for hip hop, because like y'all battle was the one, and we were so amped up that day. Like, if anybody was around for what's been happening in spaces in the beginning,
that was it. That's everything.
That was the one. It was like, and people was mad. People was mad. Yo, Pristavia, Yoshi gonna kill her. Y'all sleeping, and then it started to take off. Like when it started to take on a life of its own, because it was just a talk, and then it becomes like, all right, this is the matchup. Then it moves over to Remy. Like, does your mindset change now? Like, oh shit, like I gotta, like, now this is different now. You know what I mean? Yeah, how are you feeling during that? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, for sure, because you're like, yeah, this is it's big. It's gonna be in my city. It's gonna be in my city, and she's inviting a lot of people out. It's in front of Remy, so. And it's the biggest stage so far of my career. So yeah, it's a big deal. So yeah, the pressure is definitely on, but I'm up for it.
Wow. What is it like? Oh, I was gonna say, we bounce back and forth. Talk to me about gun titles. Like, what is it like in gun titles? Are you spawn with Easy? You spawn with anybody? What's that like?
Nope, nobody heard. Only person that heard the material was Surf.
I gotta look you in your eye.
Yeah, why you ain't sparring with nobody? What's going on?
I don't know, Pristavia. Open your eyes. I know you don't smoke. Nah, your eyes getting low when you talking about this. Did you spar with them niggas or what?
No, I didn't. They don't. Nobody heard the round except not even most of who I normally spar with are the Christian. Look at his face. I promise you, sir. I served some voice notes, and this was like the second week after whatchamacallit, because I had already written a 2 of the rounds in like the first 5 days. And then the week after I had a little bit of it memorized, I sent like voice notes to Surf. That was about it. But even some of the Christian guys haven't heard it. Like normally I spar with I let Elijah Straight hear it. He hasn't heard it. I let Saga hear it. He hasn't heard it. So nobody's really heard the round yet. But
that's good because Elijah's real cool with Yoshi. So watching.
Nah, he a Christian brother.
He better not be. I say.
when it comes to women's battle rap, I'm sure you're aware of some of the stigma that takes place. That's why we had to ask you that. Like, I feel like with a lot of the younger women, they feel a need to be even more protective with their craft now because there's such a stigma. Do you feel like this is an opportunity for you to kind of reverse that, or what I mean? What's your thoughts in general about that being a stigma on the women specifically, when we know a lot of these guys is doing some of the, same thing? But
that's that's what about that's one of my biggest pride. Like I think I write really well, so I don't need the help. I for the most part, I prefer what I would write to anybody else's. That's a good way of saying I don't think who's gonna write for me. Who?
Yeah, no, Pristavia, we not doing this like this humble, like say it. They ain't better than you.
So who's gonna write for me? So I'd have to think that somebody's better than me in order to think that they could write for me. So in order for me, in essence, that's one thing I pride myself on. Listen, I get how some people want to cut corners and that they need that, but that's one thing that I pride myself on, and that's a rumor you will never hear circulate in my name. Never.
Okay. So I got you. Cola, go ahead, bro.
Listen, I want to say first, your hat collection looks crazy on the wall.
Crazy.
Fire. I see all type of different colors. Yeah, I see you. Look like Debo came and stole one of them hats from his Abbey. That's another story. Listen, like I said, so now that this been, you've been on URL, you've been on Caffeine, now you on a Remy card. Have you just pictured yourself being on that stage from this point right now, just being there? You hearing Lloyd Banks gonna be able to build a Fabulous, Jim Jones, all these people.
Nah,
you ain't thought about that yet?
I've thought about it, but no, I definitely don't want to make myself nervous. I'm not like nervous because of the celebrity star power or anything like that. I don't that doesn't like, make me nervous. I just want to do well as with all my battles. So no, that doesn't really, like, as far as like the names above anybody, I want to do well because I certainly don't want to disappoint Remy, because it's her thing. So, but otherwise, I just want to do well. So no, it hasn't hit me yet. Maybe it will the day of in the building. Otherwise, no.
Let's get to this because I definitely think that like this is a big look for us, even outside the culture and stuff, like a look for the entire culture, right? Not just women's battle rap. A look for all of us, right? Absolutely. Now, with that being said, I don't necessarily expect things to be exactly how they would be if you guys are at Ultimate, URL or Queen of the Ring or whatever the case might be, right? Like has Remy given? Let's just start here. Has Remy given any sort of like, all right, y'all do y'all thing, but we ain't gonna go there. Don't say X, Y, and Z. Like, is that in the subtext here? I just want to know what to prepare for. Like, are we able to go to the shits? Like what's the, what I mean? Like, what's the temperature like is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. As far as explain it again.
Like, meaning like, are y'all censored in any way? Like, is that?
I don't think so. Nah, I don't. I certainly don't think so. That was nothing was ever discussed as far as like, what we will be limited to, just because it's kind of transitioning more mainstream, a lot, mainstream. That hasn't been in the talk, so I'm assuming like you don't want to, take out the culture for what we know it as. This is what we know. This is what it is. This is the culture of battle rap, and so to rob it of its significance and try to like censor it and expurgate that, then I think it'll completely rob it of its substance. So no, we're gonna do how you normally would do any other time in battle rap on a smack stage on a,
Well, I'm only asking because you became the latest of the free speech heroes out here after your last situation
free
where you
speech.
got in trouble
I
for
like
saying
that.
that word
I like
Asian
that.
people don't like. Is all
What?
I'm saying.
Yeah, that was
So
crazy.
I'm just saying I shouldn't see no double space paragraph. We sorry if we offended. We ain't doing none of that.
Not from
Here,
not
like,
from me. I mean, because if you gotta apologize, then you gotta apologize about the whole thing. You can't be in uproar of battle rap in its entirety is offensive. Everything about it is offensive. You talk about killing babies and families, and so if you have to, which to be honest was one of the I was never really into battle rap before, and that was one of the reasons I just wasn't I just wasn't. So, and it's super offensive. So if you're gonna apologize, you gotta apologize about everything. People say, nigger, and they say that everybody talks about the next person's race and gender and socioeconomic status and orientation. It's offensive. I'm not apologizing because I used a chink flip. I could if it offended my personal friends who are Asian. I could. Otherwise, like the people the Asians in battle rap community was like, what? That's not offensive at all. That wasn't offensive. But those who just saw the clip, who aren't a follower of the culture and just saw that one line and had no idea what was going on, I can understand how it looked, but it wasn't what they thought it was. Like, so.
Okay. And this Yoshi battle is for the title, correct? It's for the.
I heard. Yeah, so I heard. Yeah, so I guess so. She made some comment about. She made some comment about that. That I don't know. Oh, she could have the belt because she feels like it's gonna be biased. I don't know why. I don't know why she has that feeling.
You don't know why she got that feeling per se. We're not about to do this. Like come on,
what?
man.
No, seriously.
Nah, you're not about to do this, man. We gotta do this.
Why would she feel that it's gonna be biased? Why would it be biased?
Pristavia, you regarded as like the next one of them ones, right? Everybody likes you. Yoshi is for what this girl. Sometimes she say hi this morning. It's on OTFMZ. I'm just saying, there are people who just don't like her. They just don't, regardless of what she done did or whatever the case might be. This is what it is, and you're looked at as more of a baby face. Everybody's rooting for you and all that.
You'd be
You
surprised
gun titles. Come on now.
Lose. I'm coming in here. I feel like I'm coming as an underdog. People want me to lose.
You think so? That's not the energy I'm getting in the chat.
Oh
yeah.
I feel like people can't wait for that first. Like a loss is inevitable eventually, right? And so people just can't wait for that. Oh, wait for her to lose. That's how I feel. Maybe I'm
because you technically haven't lost yet.
And I don't think you at that point.
No, but I haven't. I also haven't had like now I'm moving up in competition, so that's different. The wins aren't going to be so easy and so clear, of course. Like moving forward, but I don't feel like at all that there's going to be bias. I don't feel like at all. Why would there be? I think it's clear. I think people are going to look at the bars and whoever make their presentation the best is that's what it's going to be. I don't think to be a bias towards me nor towards her.
Let me ask you a question. This battle was originally booked for Midnight Madness, so the setting kinda was like a gritty, like I was in the build. We all was in the building for that. That was like a super salute. Snake Eyes none out, by the way. We all was in the building for that. That was like a super gritty. Now did you kind of tailor your material for that kind of room? Now it's kind of opening up to like this is gonna be a big stage, like kind of morphed into a big stage card. Did your material work better for the stage or the or the room? It doesn't matter.
I guess we're gonna have to find out. I guess we're gonna have to find out if it's gonna work because we're just gonna have to see. I think it'll translate depending on how I deliver it. It could translate in many rooms. It definitely. I think I'm more built perhaps for a small room because you want to listen to what I'm saying. However I decide to deliver it, it's just kind of you got to feel the room. You got to feel that chemistry to know how to move. Know how to adjust yourself. So it'll adjust. It'll adjust.
Okay. I like this, man. I ain't gonna front.
No, I like it. I like it too. Now we talk about Taylor the Tape, you know, like we said, she has some good wins and stuff like that. I think lyrically, you know, her focus, a lot of her focus is like she's very, when she wants to be, she can be very surgical, pen wise. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? But she'll do the compare and contrast, and there's a lot of canvas to paint on there because you guys are very, very different. But what would you assess are some of the things that you feel like, what does she have that's comparable to what you have, if you could name anything?
I don't
Oh shit.
Wait, what happened?
Wow. Good answer. A non-answer. Damn. So pen wise, you don't believe that she can keep up with you, right? Pen, there's no
pen wise, no. So this is not just about who has the better pen, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, it's not a question of that my pen is more superlative. However, that's a pen itself will not win this battle. So it depends on who says the right thing, who's going to execute the best or well upon the right angle. If I choose the wrong angle, then I could lose the battle. It has nothing to do with pen, in my opinion. So so of course, of course she could win the battle, not based off a pen, but if she says the right thing. That's how I would look at it.
Yeah, I feel like this battle's gonna come down to everything else. Like when you have like the bars and she has the experience, so y'all like kind of cancel each other out in that regard. So I definitely think it's gonna come down to everything else. Looking past Yoshi, assuming this goes well, what's next for you? Like what other cards you want to be on? Kings versus Queens coming up. There's a lot of other
Kings versus Queens. I would love to be at Kings versus
What males are you considering? What males are you looking at to battle? Kings, actually.
What Kings like to battle? I would like to. I always get my heart starts beating fast when I start saying it because I'm gonna just be really scary. But I wouldn't mind a match with somebody like B Dot or Sick or Rum Nitty. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Yeah.
Oh, you hear them names? Wait.
Hold on. You talking about You talking about B Dot, the guy from Bacoima? That guy with the red hoodie? Elevate?
That's
what you say, Cola? What?
That's the B Dot you talking about?
Help me, Lord. But yes, I'm not challenge. So what? I'm not.
Nah, like you said, all heavy hitters. B Dot, Rum Nitty, Real Sick.
The hardest ones.
Real
Sick, Chaos. I really chaos. I'm a huge fan of all those. Like I want to battle. First of all, one of the queens in the game. I admire what Official did. Like she has the best, in my opinion, resume for the ladies because she took on these guys, these hard guys. She had Tay-Rock, she had Arsenal, she had what I mean.
Yeah,
she did.
I would like my career to go in that trajectory of battling these four opponents. Because I all the ones that I stated, and I'm up for the challenge. Well, why not?
Okay. All right.
Now, if I feel like because Yoshi also wants to battle B Dot, so if you clip Yoshi, you got some leverage right there. Yo, B Dot, come outside. Come outside.
Ooh, I gotta go into prayer and meditation and some fasting maybe, but I can do it. I love him.
I would love to see you versus Rum Nitty though, like that actually, because Rum Nitty versus C3, that was crazy. So what are some of the women you looking at the battle?
I would like to battle anybody. I don't care. I just like to name the ones that I like. I like Official, and then everybody else. Official and everybody.
Okay, I got you. Now, and we can get to the rest of this card because you got a battle like QB versus 40 bars.
Ooh-wee, that might
God save the queen, right? Like it's a lot of shit going on. And so what are your thoughts on that matchup? I mean, this is QB kind of coming back. We haven't seen her in a little bit, and 40 is who she is. So what do you think? What's your perspective on that battle?
That's going to be intense and venomous, and I'm very afraid. It's the room is going to be so thick because there's a lot there. So I do hope that the ladies could just, it just stays rap and nothing goes crazy, because I know that there's history there. So that's my prayer. But I know that I believe that battle will not disappoint us as far as for its, and so I'm excited.
You kind of breaking up a little bit for us. Yeah, I hear you now. You're breaking up just a little bit, but go ahead now.
I'm glad that Yoshi and I are probably going to go first, so I don't want to follow whatever they're going to do, because it's going to be real thick in that room once they clouds and compare. No.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the battle you said that was gonna, what was the battle you said that's going to have a lot of tension? What was that one?
QB.
Oh yeah, QB40. Hell yeah! Whoa, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be intense. It's a lot of venom.
Gun to your head, who you got?
Oh man, that's a tough. I feel like I know. Listen, QB is fresh back, so she's going to do what QB does. But 40 guy, I don't know, got something to say and prove and do. It honestly could go 2-1 either way. If I have to, only because I anger is gonna translate 40. She's just gonna monster. I think it's so angry, perhaps. I don't know. Yes.
Okay. All right. And then also on the card we have Casey J versus Official. And I know Official is one of the people you really want to battle.
Yeah.
Casey had a good year last year. Doesn't seem like the women respect it as much as I would like them to, but whatever. But what do you think about this this matchup as well?
That's gonna be fire, but I wonder if they're gonna hold back because they're both Bardashians, or I wonder if they're gonna just go let everything hang out. So I don't know. I think Official, just as far as like on the stage, she's probably a little bit more aggressive. So like I said, I wonder if both of them are gonna hold back just a little bit, because
just a little bit.
Yes, I wonder how that's going to play out. I don't even know how to call that one. Probably 2-1 either way also. But I think Casey might surprise us. So Official, I think Casey's going to do a thing. I think both of them, but I don't know. 2-1 either way.
Probably personally my favorite just matchup stylistically because of where it could go. Couture versus Miss Hustle. Who do you got in this?
This is the one for me.
It's going to be interesting. Listen, Miss Hustle's one of them ones. Like, she has everything because she has the punches, she has the presence, she's dominating on stage, she's dominating, and so I know that's exactly what she's gonna do. Miss Hustle's gonna do what Miss Hustle does, which is dominate. Whereas Couture is very clever, so she may not match that intensity. So I guess it just depends on what's gonna be the preference in the building that day. Of course, Couture is gonna come really witty, really smart. She's gonna take them real quick. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I personally will probably have Hustle 2-1 because she's so dominating.
Right.
As an opponent. So I would probably have a Hustle 2-1.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see what Couture says, because usually she takes really, really good angles. She executes really well. Definitely. And Hustle, there's a lot of canvas there. And not for nothing, Couture is very she gonna go back and look at all them spaces combos, all of it's a lot. It's a lot to work with. So dope battle overall. Are you looking to be the best person on this card? Let's get to that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
You competing with the rest of the card too? Besides,
you competing against some legends right now. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of legends on this card.
A lot of legends on this card. No, I'm really not. I would be lying. I know you guys want to hear me be super competitive. I'd be lying. So to tell you the truth, no. I honestly just about doing well, because that's how I think people get then that's when they get so wrapped up in it. And then when they fail, they're so crushed by this unrealized expectation. So I don't try to do that and be so attacking and competitive in that sense, because if I fall short, then I don't have to deal with the weight of that crushing weight. So I just do well. And if I do well, then I'll be satisfied with what I've done. Win, lose, or draw. So that's how I see it.
You definitely got to.
There are extra prizes that I do want. So there's battle at night, and
it's a lot of Remy put up some
So yeah, I want that. Now, who doesn't? Yeah, I want more money.
Okay.
I mean, you seem like you're on the right path. Yo, I've been watching and listening to your observation and your awareness of battle rap is very fucking high. Like, excuse my French. Like, it's higher than most girls you see kind of new. Like, you can see, like, nah, she really break down the people she see to a point that how we break it down. Like, that shit impressive to me.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, you very well aware. So I see you kind of clipping it. Because it ain't too many new girls or either starting off fresh, because I know you do music before this. That's just self-aware of what each battle rapper really do and don't take that kind of lightly. So I want to salute you on that. That's fire.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I got they're friends of mine that are women that are really into like the Jean Greys and the Rhapsodies and the, you know what I'm saying, like the Che Noirs and all that. And you reminding them of that, like you kind of bringing that to battle rap. I kind of feel like who stylistically, who were your influences kind of coming up and stuff like that. You know, we could talk mainstream hip hop and battle rap just in terms of how you wanted to kind of craft your style.
To be honest, and not just because I'm from Brooklyn, but and grew up with hip hop in the 90s. I was a huge Locks fan in high school, but I'm a huge 100 Hova fan till I die.
Come on, yeah. Come
on,
man. You know the vibes, man.
The best.
Who comes
the
along,
best.
who comes and goes. Nobody's catalog matches Jay-Z. He's just so like grown and sexy. That's the type of music he makes. He makes mature music. He makes thinking, and so that's what I like. So yeah, like I think growing up, I definitely kind of mimicked my cadence both, and I studied stuff in kind of tap into kind of different lyrical patterns and stuff like that. I studied them. So like all those guys, of course I could say Biggie, and when it comes to sentimental, heartfelt songs, of course you had your Tupacs. I'm super old school. I never really, with the newer, I never really got into it. I'm super old school. So
okay, we're gonna
do. Telling my age.
Yeah. I'm about to say we gonna play a little game of either or real quick. Just either or. Queen Latifah or MC Light.
Say again, who you said?
Queen Latifah or MC Light.
Ooh, Queen Latifah, that's my girl.
Shout out to Queen Latifah.
Equalizer.
Knicks or Nets?
I was a Nets fan. I ain't even gonna hold you, even though.
You know what?
I'm sorry. Man, I'm not. I'm sorry. I was always a Nets fan.
Okay.
When they were in Jersey, I know I'm probably 0-2 for you guys.
Gnome or Volume?
Gnome.
Okay. Would you ever compete in a tournament? Let's go off of that too.
Yeah.
You would. You know that required the writing.
Yeah.
And what's the bag got to be for you to compete in a tournament? Like, what's the prize got to be?
That part.
What was it last year? 150,000. Yeah, 150. No, we stop.
That's crazy. That was a crazy.
What a pot, man.
Yeah, but something like that, 100,000, something big. I would see the problem for me isn't writing in a short amount of time. I like, because I want to know it like the back of my hand. I like 3 weeks memorization. Not that it takes me that long, but when you're rapping, so many other variables could throw you off. So I want to be so rote at that point that even if I'm thrown off, I could pick it back up, because I don't want to choke or anything. But the writing in a short amount of time isn't the hard part for me.
Okay. Debatable classic or body bag? Which one would you rather have?
Depends on who it is. Depends on who it is.
Elaborate now. Come on now.
I mean, if it's like a top, a debatable. Now I want a body bag. Who want a body bag?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, just when you really think about it, you always gonna go back to that.
You know why they say that? Because the classic battles you get more rewatch and stuff. So more rewatch mean.
That's how I'm kind of thinking about it, because you know what I mean. Like something like an Iron Solomon and a Rum Nitty, I watch every other week if I wanted to, because You'd want a back and forth. You don't. A body bag isn't that enjoyable. You'll only watch one of their rounds.
I'm pretty sure Brick's most famous battle is him battling Surf, and that didn't go well. Just saying. One of JC's top battles is him against Time Bomb. I don't even think we got another Time Bomb battle. That didn't go well. So I'm just saying, if you gonna whoop their ass, people gonna watch it. We just, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. That's just me. I probably account for like 100 of them watches. I'm gonna come clean. But all right. Let's go for this. And this is a game that we all like to play up here.
Play this before you let
underrated,
you get out of here.
overrated, fire or trash.
Oh my God.
We give you a
we put you on the spot.
Oh yeah,
that little soft spoken voice.
Oh yeah. Oh, you gonna be judging people today? Okay. Where we give you a noun, person, place, thing. You tell us if it is overrated, underrated, fire, or trash. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
You don't care.
All right. Overrated, underrated, fire, or trash? We're gonna go with Vixen the Assassin.
She fire.
Okay. Overrated, underrated, fire, or trash? Sharon.
I actually really like Sharon. He's fire.
Did you see Sharon versus Danny?
Yes, I did.
He surprised me. Did he surprise you on that?
He did surprise me because I know that Sharon is a thinker. He just knows what to say. I love his quirky style. I love, his originality and how he brings it to the game. I'm a huge fan of him, actually. He's fired. Okay.
Underrated, overrated, fire, or trash? Shuni the rapper.
I haven't watched enough of Shuni. She might be, but what I've seen, she's pretty good. She might be a bit underrated. I think Shuni's she's gonna keep getting better. She might be a little bit underrated. I like Shuni. She's shy.
Okay. Underrated, overrated, fire, trash. Eliza Versa.
Again, I haven't watched enough. I think I saw just her and Eon. Really, that's the only one. She's all right.
I don't like the face. Hey, Polo, you got one, bro?
Yeah. Overrated, underrated, fire, or trash? Yoshi.
I mean, she's not trash. She's overrated.
Oh.
There we go. I knew I was gonna get it out you. There we go.
Now she's good, but it's dependent upon the clutch of her niche, which is the whole. So it substitutes for having to be really good and lyrical. Because if
wait a minute, let's ISO this. Hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's get this to the ISO. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I got it. Yeah. Say what you said. Continue.
ISO, really?
Continue. We still here. Continue.
For shock value, things are said, and this is not to say that she's bad. She's good. But in my opinion, she's had like 2 really good battles to date. She has the reputation of not writing her own material. She uses the clutch of, saying shock value. I'm just going to say stuff that no one has ever said. And so therefore it's viewed as good. So, but she's good, but people like that. They like the entertainment. So that's overrated. It's not super lyrical. It's just shock value. She's okay.
Okay. Cole, you got one before we let Pristavia? Okay.
Underrated, overrated, fire, trash, my verse.
Don't do that, my verse.
Her looks are fire. She looks beautiful. She's amazing.
What's that bullshit?
She's not trash. She's she's good though. She's good. She's all right.
Overrated, underrated, fire, trash.
Okay, I don't know when the last time I watched a Marverse battle. I mean, I know she get into like kind of flow patterns that maybe I heard that and thought that it was, good, but I haven't watched it to really make a fair judgment on that. I don't want to.
All right, Brooklyn, best Jay-Z album.
Ooh.
Like your top 3. I need your top 3 Hove albums, Brooklyn. Yeah.
Top 3 Hove. Ooh. You know what? You know what gets me in my feelings? Every time I hear the song, even the beat is the 444 on that 444 album. So that 444 song, to me, you know what I mean? That just get me in my feelings. Oh my goodness. That's one. Sheesh. Dang, you gotta go classic Black album. Ooh, one of the biggest marketing moves ever that one could do. What?
He finessed us. He made 7 albums after that. I don't know, like, why.
Well, technically, they begged him to. He wanted to leave. He wanted to leave. He did a movie and everything. Niggas begged him to come back.
So you got 444 Black album. What else?
And I'm trying to think. I have the image of the thing in my head, but I can't remember. I can't think of it. The one is white with the red bars. What was that one?
White with the red bars. You talking about Blueprint?
Blueprint?
No. The cover, it's all white and has like the red. What's the name of that album?
Life of the Volume 1?
No, not the one when he came back.
Like the album.
I like that. No, it wasn't deluxe. It
was the one when he came back.
Like had a Lux. I know what cover you talking about though. I know exactly what you're talking about with
album.
With Picasso baby.
You talking about the Blueprint 3?
Was it the 3?
The 3 is the only one with the white with the 3 little strikes.
Come on. That was a Blueprint?
Yeah, that was the Blueprint 3. I don't think you mean that one though.
Man, that doesn't sound like Reasonable Doubt at all, but it's all right.
I mean, to be honest with you, you still got the Blueprint out there. You got a lot of good Hove work that you can really compare.
How you gonna tell me? You know what I mean? I can't do the Hove album. All of them. People didn't even like American Gangster. I like the American Gangster.
The American Gangster one is his best album, but he kind of shitted on the roll out of that. He ain't really.
See, I was a Volume 2 dude, man. I thought Volume 2 that's the one that had Jigga What, Jigga Who, Money Cash Hoes. It's All Right, Hard Knock Life, the song.
Yeah, Volume 2 alone, he could win it.
You can't choose. I can't.
Reservoir Dogs, like
on Volume 2 alone, he could win a versus with damn near anybody. On Volume 2 alone, he got like 8
album is just.
That's a fact.
All right. I got you. And so on top of that,
Kanye gets smoked.
Yeah, I don't know why we keep coughing up Kanye. I have no idea why we're doing that. But now will we see a Fedora merch line? What we doing? Like, cause people always asking about the hats and all that. What we doing with the merch? What's up?
No, something might be happening. We'll see.
Ooh.
Something might be happening. We'll have to.
If I see like 30 black women in fedoras lining up at one of your joints, like I'm gonna be
that
so
would be
like,
yo.
That would be so amazing.
I'm gonna be hot. Like
I need a black one. I need a black one that say polo on the side. I need one of those. Yeah. I got a little blazer or something I can throw on with that. Get right at brunch, you know?
Right.
If supporters come out and wear fedoras, that would touch my heart.
That would be fire.
That would be
Team Fedora, like. But, so now you've been doing your thing and everything like that, and I think for all of us, we happy with what we've gotten so far, right? To me, this is an opportunity for you to level up to show that not only am I here, but I can be elite amongst the elite. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always say it's limited numbers of seats to the table, and nobody's name is on them seats. If you want one of them seats, you gotta come snatch that and tell a motherfucker this is my seat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move. So that's what I'm hoping to see from this battle. I don't know if that's too much pressure, but as a fan, I'm telling you, that's where my head is. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to let you know that. And my brothers, y'all got anything to say before we close out and all that?
Nah, man, I'm just excited, man. I'm happy for this event coming up, man. It's a big card for the women. Huge look for battle rap. So I'm excited. We're gonna be in the building, so it's gonna be lit.
Nice.
That's a fact. And so if we got nothing, Pristavia, go ahead and I'm gonna give you the ISO. You know what I'm saying? We put 32 seconds on shot clock. Tell the people how to follow you, what's going on. Tell them what you need to tell them. All right, all you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for inviting me onto your show. Had a great time. Listen, you can follow me at Pristavia, Pristavia on Twitter, and Pristavia D on Instagram. And listen, Chrome 23, Remy Ma Battle Rap League, Black Compass Media. So thank you guys so much.
No doubt. And Pristavia, we totally appreciate you. You stay safe. You know what I mean? Like make sure you drinking tea that day. You don't be yelling at people in spaces.
Nah,
And
she
you
locked
seem
in,
very,
Tone. I can feel it.
yeah,
Yoshi, you
no.
watching this? Yeah, you gonna
Very
have, you know
locked.
what I mean? Get in the gym. She locked in.
Very locked in. I could tell. There's all types of composition notebooks everywhere. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So keep do your thing because we're gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw, you always welcome back up here. All right.
I
Facts.
appreciate that. Thank you. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
No
Salute.
doubt. No doubt. Shout out to Pristavia.
Man,
Salute
I'm
the
excited
Brooklyn.
for this, man. Listen,
Oh yeah.
everybody tuning in. We got Tay Rock tomorrow. You know what I mean? We gonna do a radio show tonight. Or
I feel like we're gonna wait until Thursday.
Yeah, I'll wait till Thursday. I
Yeah.
mean, we wait till Thursday for the radio show, man. We kind of had a lot going on. Plus, we got the Black Compass. Please go vote. Hit the Twitter. I mean, we got the awards coming, man. Cola, let them know about that before we get out of here.
Yeah,
Y'all
let them
already
know,
know the
man.
vibes. Black Compass Music Awards coming this Friday. We got a dope presentation set up for y'all. 10 categories. It's the first year. Make sure y'all vote. Make sure y'all tag the artists because we don't want to hear the artists. Oh, Cola, yo, didn't vote. Listen, this is the first one. The second one gonna be even better. Also, tune in tomorrow night to the Black Compass Apollo, man. We got 8 dope contestants. We heard some dope music. We getting down to the dopest one of the night. We gonna see what's going on. Salute everybody, man. Salute all the supporters, all the haters, Black Compass Media.
Right on.
Listen, man,
right
we
on.
out of here. Salute to everybody.
Subscribe. Make sure y'all hit everything in the description box. Subscribe. Hit us up. Let us know what y'all thinking, man. We up out of here.